Okay, time for us to just talk for 10, 15 minutes about who we're in love with. Again.
Eve Myles!
We keep doing that at the moment.
Oh, she's so good!
Yeah.
She's so good.
And your real life husband. We didn't know that when we first saw it. My God.
What was that like when you having to
That
sit on
must
top
have
of
been
him and bounce about a bit and him look like he'd rather
didn't-
be
yeah.
eating a cold Cornish bastard?
Well, I know there's a really difficult scene in this one where he clearly didn't look interested at all. I mean, that must have been the greatest bit of acting you've ever done.
All right, Mark, calm down.
Anyway, so episode 2. I found out after watching episode 1 that parts of this show are shot in Carmarthenshire, which is a part of Wales that I filmed in, and I've been banging on at Nadia about the fact that we've got to go there. And this series is making it more than likely that we're going to go there.
We spent so much of last night to go, I want to go.
And I'm sure everyone in Carmarthenshire hates the way in which people in England probably say, it's like Wales' answer to Cornwall, when in fact, I would say it's a million times prettier.
Really?
Than Cornwall.
Because I'm a massive Cornwall fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're banging on too much about our likes and dislikes. Should we get on with this bloody...
Well, we just said that we like Eve Myles and Carmarthenshire.
Yeah, we did.
That's okay. Yeah. So episode 2 and our missing husband, Ivan.
And I'm actually under the skin now of her.
Oh, yeah,
because I'm now furious.
Well, I thought it was a really good episode for that, wasn't
Yeah.
it? It showed how she went from... Well, and in fact, not just went completely, but keeps boinging between fury, fear,
All the
fury,
things you would
fear, responsibility, no responsibility.
And those incredible children, that little girl.
The kids are amazing.
Oh, my God.
What about that
so
scene where she
good.
said, let's not go to school, and one of them says, it's against the law not to go to school.
Yeah.
I thought that was good.
I love all the business around the kids and that breakfast bar. It's just it's all just so real. And it's just such a good twisty turny story, isn't it? You're like, what? Eh? Who?
Yeah.
Him? Why?
And I think a real shout out has to go. I mean, I've been following the writer on Twitter and the acting team. I mean, although obviously Eve Myles is at the centre of it, I mean, the entire cast is I mean, her best friend.
Best friend. I
her
love
best friend.
her.
And there's such a sort of authenticity to the way they
Oh
interact
my
with each
God.
other.
And that wonder. Oh, I mean, in their scenes, I just find myself just beaming because we just get, I know those female friendships and it's just, you've got it so right.
Yeah.
We don't see enough of that on telly or in films. We
No.
just don't see enough of it.
And what I also liked was there were a couple
Brilliance of women's friendship like that.
Exactly, and a couple of moments in this, quite critical moments in the story, where, for example, when Eve Myles' character Faith has gone to confront the other woman, potentially in Evan's, her husband's life, and she gets back into the car, and it's just
that brilliant
so,
bit when she wouldn't reverse.
Yeah,
Didn't that
yeah.
remind you of me? Because I
so
can't
reminded
reverse.
me of you. But what I loved about it was so uncrucial
funny.
to the story.
Oh, but that is the music of a female friendship.
Yeah.
That you can go from beating each other up to crying to aching for them to having a go at them. And you're absolutely right. All credit to the writer, director, and actors in that because it's a favourite part of this series for me is their friendship.
But also, I was really moved by the guy who plays Evan's dad.
Oh my God!
That scene where he was looking through the paperwork and the business that he's handed over to his son, I thought it was just, again, some brilliant scenes where you don't have to have dialogue, obviously, but you just that scene where he just sat there and he filled up because it was everything that was.
Well, we said that, didn't we? That the director. Sometimes I'm not quite sure. Sometimes I think it lingers a bit too long with moments. And then I think, is that just me? Because I do everything. I just don't sit with anything. And it can be quite languid at points, can't it?
It can, but I do wonder whether it is part of that sort of genre of Welsh noir, well, a little bit of Welsh noir. And I'm wondering whether it's just a bit more of a kind of European art house type
because
approach.
sometimes I like it, and sometimes it's jarred a bit with me in yesterday's episode.
But is that because?
No, but I think that's more to do with me than it actually necessarily being wrong, and it's quite challenging, but I like that.
Yeah, because I sometimes think that it's amazing how used we get to a series having to charge along through narrative twists and turns. Another character who I love, and I'm still struggling actually to work out his relationship to Faith in it, is the bald cop.
Yeah, he kept saying, is that her brother? I kept saying,
well, not brother or brother-in-law. I can't work out. He's related in some way. No, because when
somehow. I think he used to have a thing with her.
Dear.
Can anyone help us with the comments below?
Can I ask, you seem to find it incredibly self-evident what was going on. But when the bald cop, who could be related, sees footage of her heading off somewhere, I felt that was a bit... What was
that was her heading off to the Toby.
Why was that significant that he was looking at it in such a sort of...
Well, because he was like, where's she going? Because they're building a thing.
Oh, and that's right, you said...
She's just over to the Toby Carvery because she's heard her fellas in there. It's all happened on the same night.
But does he... Yeah, I know that. We know that. But
the
what does the
policeman,
cop think?
Well, because we discovered later from the woman that works in her office that the cops think that she has got something to do with it.
Okay.
So he's gone, because they obviously think they're adding up 2 and 2 and coming up with 6. And that was another thing to add to it.
Eve Myles and the writer have come under a bit of stick for her leaving her kids in episode 1 and kind of at the beginning of this episode.
Why should they? This is a drama.
No, well, that's what I felt.
This is what happened.
That's
This is what people do.
But was it a mistake? Because clearly there's someone at the beginning of this episode, there's someone outside with a gun in his boot.
Of course, it's always a mistake to leave your children on their own, but she's not in her right mind.
You always do it when you go to the pub.
That's lewd. Oh, shut up. But that is lewd. I get so annoyed when people berate drama.
It's like when you were Annie Palmer in EastEnders and they think you'd actually killed someone.
People used to spit at me.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Okay, well, clarify this for me. What the hell is going on with the solicitor in the firm?
What was that about? She's a nasty
Something
piece
about her
of
that's
work.
a bit icy.
Yeah, and what about when she suddenly got up and smashed that pole through the window?
But what was that about?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I don't know.
And that's the night they arrest Faith.
I know.
In good faith.
What the hell's going on?
I need to know. And hang on a minute. The biggest bloody...
It's a page turner. That's what it is.
It's not only a page turner. Here's the other thing. Get this. Am I right in thinking, can someone put in the comments below, that they shot every single scene in this series that we're seeing in English in Welsh? They did the same scenes in Welsh.
No.
I believe they did. Can people clarify that? That's what I've read. I'm pretty sure, because they wouldn't have dubbed it.
I like how Eve goes more Welsh the angrier she gets.
And she said she had to learn Welsh for the part. She's Welsh, but she didn't speak Welsh.
She learned Welsh?
To perform it in full Welsh.
That is not
for
easy.
S4C.
That's like me learning Arabic.
Yeah.
I did do that, actually. To get my equity card...
Yeah.
Because in the old days, you had to do something that nobody else could do that had an equity card.
Well, you should have done that thing that you do with an egg.
I got a part in an Arabic radio series and I had to speak Arabic.
I thought you could do that.
It was petrifying because I don't speak Arabic.
Did you do Arabic and jogging?
Come on, Eve. Come on. Who's better? Who's better? Arabic or Welsh?
There's a bit of a crossover there, isn't there? Probably. I think if you listen to the language. Here's the other big question and enigma of the episode. What the hell was Evan's mum saying on the phone to him?
She's got something else to tell him. She's not finished yet.
I mean, she didn't have much to say, but she frightened me.
Oh, God, she was good.
She was good.
But then...
Her
husband, when he came in, the lovely husband, he was trying to make her a cup of tea and she went, no, and that satin, in the satin negligee.
What, the mum was in?
Yes, she was having a terrible moment in her bed in a satin negligee.
Is there a condition where you are drawn to the surfaces, things that the materials that surfaces are made of? Because the one thing you said in that scene was, look at that floor.
Well, that was a lovely floor.
You like the floor in that scene, so if you could tell us what the floor was.
You know what's... I really want to read this as well. I'd love to read this and all because I love all this.
I didn't realise it was a book. I know that the writer writes novels. I didn't know he'd written a novel of this.
Maybe it's not. I thought it was. Leave in the comments below.
Can I ask?
Obviously, we are two reviewers that know fuck all about what we're talking about.
No, we don't. We know. Yeah, but the thing about reviewing something is, it's like I always say to people, you don't want to go into it knowing everything.
No,
you want to react to it like
reviewers.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm directing a documentary, I like to go in it not knowing everything, so I ask the right questions.
Very well, good.
Do you think we recovered there?
Keep peddling.
Yeah. Here's another moment that I really liked, and I hope there's lots more like it.
Mentally shagged.
Mentally shagged. Her comment was very real. The reversing of the cast. Oh yes, this is
where she's mentally shagged her. If she hasn't actually shagged her, he's mentally shagged her.
Yeah, where Faith's friend says something that's so inappropriate and
don't sound so shocked. That's because you're a man. This is the way women talk to each other.
But I liked it. I liked it again because it was so off-piece, not right, not the correct thing, doesn't make sense. Yeah. And then their reaction was very real. No, but the shot that I really, really liked, and I thought was kind of magical realist moment, and I hope there's a few more of them. There's a shot of Evan, as we've discovered, Eve's husband now, walking across the field of buttercups.
I know.
And it was a drone shot. And then he was walking, and then he was running.
I know.
And there was no explanation.
No.
And it got my classic goosebumps.
Yeah, we love that.
I thought it was very exciting. And the final line of commentary, the final line of dialogue in this episode was, "You lead a colourful life."
God, because we haven't mentioned the bitch-faced Wentworth prison police officer. Why does she hate Faith?
What's her
I want
problem?
to smash her face in.
I want to
Leave her alone.
I want to hit her with a courgette.
Is it because she's an outsider? Because don't forget, Evan.
Who, Faith is an outsider, or the policewoman?
Yeah, because don't
Faith.
forget when the ex-girlfriend says, "I told him never to come back to this town."
Yeah.
This town.
This town. Yeah, there's a bit of the old outsider
She's
thing
the
going.
outsider.
I'm feeling really sorry for Faith. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. There was one suggestion that she had done something wrong. What was that? Do you remember? Someone suggested that she had finished him off or something.
Yes. Everyone suggests. Why are you suddenly saying that? We've been talking about
No,
that.
but it was verbalised.
That is not a new thought.
No, but it was
have had that thought
verbalised. It was
throughout.
verbalised.
She's been taken off by the coppers.
No, well, I know that, but it didn't feel like it was so self-evident across the rest of the episode.
Yes, it was. All the way through, they were saying the police think they've got a case. What's the name from the solicitor's place? Said it to the dad, the father-in-law.
Okay, so you're sitting there being shocked. So what do you think they've got on her?
I'm not shocked. You're shocked.
Oh, yeah. I think Faith needs to turn up with some of her homegrown veg.
Yeah.
And she needs to sort them out.
She needs her cucumber.
No, she grew some peas this week.
Oh.
You're very excited about your peas, Eve. I've seen your peas. They look very good.
I'm going to get really jealous. Are they growing peas?
They're growing peas.
Right.
No, but she put them in a star.
Turn it off. Get out in the garden.
I know, we've got no
digging
peas.
We've got no peas.
Peas off.